Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Skull and Bones. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zero. Let's get to it. So today we're finding out if it is a pirate's life for me. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So the Skull and Bones closed beta, or another closed beta, has recently closed. This time around there's no NDA, so all of this can be shared so we can talk about it. So right off the bat, they put you in this nice looking pirate ship in the midst of this huge naval battle, or towards the end of a huge naval battle, I should say. Or maybe you're scavenging from a naval battle. So maybe there were two navies going at it. We don't really know. What we do know is we've got a really nice, large-ish looking boat. It's hard to tell from scale. There's no land nearby, and all the boats are also relatively large, so just a guess. We've got a decent amount of sails, so we probably can move very quickly when we need to. Looking for loot. Alright, we found someone that is still around and kicking, and we're gonna take him out. Nice. So this really harkens back to some of the naval battles in the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the naval battles. They were a lot of fun. And so this is kind of leaning hard into that. So instead of having Assassin's Creed land type stuff added on or tacked on to it, it's all naval battles. So it better be good. Now we stuck our foot into a whole hornet's nest, it looks like. Crow's Nest giving us a shout out. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. There's a whole fleet of ships coming at us. I mean, that's obviously the capital ship, the big ship in charge. You know, if we're able to take that one out, we might be able to turn the tide, as the case may be. But it is a large ship, even bigger than the ship we have. Considering that our ship is bigger than some of the other boats out there. I do like that you get a small warning or a short warning before the enemy fires, just being able to see them light the fuse on their cannons, and you know that it's coming, so you can prep for it or try to dodge it. I do like that. One boat against all of these boats, though, obviously, it's tilted in someone's favor, and spoiler alert, it's not ours. But I think this is doing a good job of onboarding, giving us a glimpse into what we can expect in, after you've played so many hours and you've obtained the ship, or the ship that you would like for the majority of your naval battles, and then go up against the odds and see how you do. There's so many ships. that are against us, and we're trying. I mean, I'm trying my best to take all the ships out, but especially that big ship. And all these little ships are like getting in the way. So if it seems like it's a little intense, it is. There are guns. So depending on the boat, I think, there's guns in the front and on the sides. Oh, look at that. That was some damage. I think we actually sunk it. Like, I didn't see any fires or anything, and then all of a sudden, just boom. And you can't tell how damaged any of these boats are. Doing pretty good, actually. I didn't, after panning the camera back and looking at our ship with the torn sails, and it's looking a little rough. Oh, okay. So we did all right, but now it's time to run. We gotta get out of here and take these guys out as we're going. It's like, run as well as your torn sails can. Going as fast as we can, but it may not be enough. We cannot escape. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yep. So, as expected, we did all right. We survived, and that's what is important. Crab coming in for a little snack. All right. Character creation. So, initially, just looking at this, I thought there was only eight or 9 or 10, however many different guys that you can choose from. And it's just a starting point. So choose who you want, and then you can go from there. Not going to go through all of it, but you can see kind of some of the presets and what's possible, and then we're going to go from there. Just know that there is more detailed setup, so you can make your character who you want to be. Alright, now this is what you would expect starting off. On the brink of disaster, destruction, and death, scooped up by a would-be savior, but, you know, the environs are something to be improved upon. We've got a little, I mean, it's basically a little life raft. Look at the size of this craft compared to that giant ship in the background. Oh, look at this. Gifts. So all the people in this area are likely to be survivors of this giant naval incursion that we've encountered. Alright, so hopefully that doesn't keep popping up, because that would be annoying. But here we go. We can kind of see to scale how big this thing is in comparison. You're a little minnow compared to that giant whale of a ship. So we got a question mark over there where we can go check it out. We can increase our speed for a certain amount of time by trimming the sails. You see a stamina bar right in the middle bottom. That's good. So you can get a little bit of a boost. There's a shark that was coming in for an easy snack. And we're going to dock here and see what's going on once we get close enough. There we go. So we get our first taste of the multiplayer aspect of it. You can see other players running around this land, almost social space. And of course, we saw their boats outside. Talk to this guy. He gives us some clue what's going on around the area and how rough it's been. So I kind of think it gives us an idea of like how lucky we are. Or, you know, I mean, the survivors may not think of themselves as lucky, but could be worse. How about that? Yeah, and he's not going to make it. So he's got no reason to... interesting. Embellish the truth, as it were. As pirates are, I would say, stereotypically known to do. Alright, so back on the ship. Now, so far we've seen one point of view, which is behind the ship, which I really like. Although it's not very easy to see like directly in front of you, it gives you an option to kind of look around that you wouldn't otherwise be able to tell what is happening. So it looks like there's probably survivors on each little jut of land in this archipelago, or maybe it's just a little string of small islands. Not large enough to have any sort of established village, certainly, but large enough to have people here that wouldn't be able to work otherwise. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Now we got another guy here. He's obviously an officer, and he wants other people to know about it. Almost everyone else is kind of like they survive with what they had on them. This guy is purposefully, I would say, keeping his jacket, assuming it's his, assuming he didn't pull it off of someone else of approximate the same size. So obviously everyone's doing what they can to keep moving forward, as it were, and you always have to think about motivations. So this guy is willing to give us the location of kind of a pirate paradise, but we have to do something for him first. So he, being the entrepreneurial pirate that he is, he's saying, hey, go do this work for me and I will give you information. Give me physical goods and I will give you information, which I could give to anyone. And do so over and over again. Alright, so we can fish. We see fish, we can fish, we can fight the shark that was chasing us with that wooden spear. So the spear you can just chuck. I don't know where the fish went. Oh, there they go. Okay, so we can charge it up. Bam. Look at that. Loot the fish. Ooh, and a gust of wind coming right at us, which is going to slow us down. So bottom right there, you can see how fast we're going, and it has a little pointer in the inside of the circle telling you the direction of the wind. So for all intents and purposes, I am going to say that this particular little boat is the slowest. Even trimming the sails. Did I get him? Nope, I did not. Yeah, he's still coming. So I'd say the sharks are the first real enemy that you have to deal with in the little ship, the little dhow that we have, life raft with a sail. It is a bit of a challenge. If you ignore them, obviously it's going to be a problem. Oh, look at that. Couple ships right in the middle there. You have to assume that they're docked. As expected, it did nothing. So we'll probably come back here in a little bit. So also, you can't go backwards in a boat. You have to go forward. Sailboat. If we were rowing, it would be a different story, but there we go. I think, yep, we did get a fish out of that. Fish and a plank. Alright, so we'll come over here. There's a player over here, and there's a undiscovered location. We'll go over here and we'll dock, see what's going on the East Island. Slow down so I don't run into the shore. We've already taken a little bit of damage from the shark. There we go. For a second there, I wasn't sure that we actually got the disembark. I thought maybe we got too close. There we go. Now the fire, we can cook some food. We only have fish, so we can make grilled fish. And that will increase our stamina. So when we trim the sail, we get that nice boost of speed, but we can only do it for so long because we start losing stamina. Some background. There we go. I mean, loot is loot, right? Whether it's on land or at sea. Alright, I think that's it. There's nobody to talk to. We just kind of looked around. People are having a little party. And now we can move forward. So we need a couple of different items. Which we can grab, I think, from up here. There's some some other dhows, I think. And they probably have, or I should say they did have some stuff and they've lost it, and we could probably get it. So visually, I would say that it looks really nice. Now, I am using not performance mode, so the frames might not be the best, but I think it's quality. I think it's called quality mode. So max out the resolution and let the frames suffer, as it were. Oh, we need 2 hits with the spear, I guess. Oh, I did get him. Okay. Hey, there we go. We got what we needed, and I got a couple extra, just because. Doesn't hurt to have extra stuff. Shark meat, which we can make the shark steak, and then the shark skin, which we can trade maybe, or we can maybe turn into a shark leather. Yeah, get a couple extra, just in case. Kind of save it for a rainy day. Ooh, I think I got him. Look at that. 2 in a row, and he didn't even get a bite in. Chomp. Now, below the stamina bar, I don't know if you saw that pop up, is your load capacity of your ship. Based on, I think, weight. I think it's based on weight. And then you've got a little bar towards the top. And that tells you, so the whole bar obviously is how much total that you can have. But once you hit that bar, you start slowing down because you're over encumbered. All right, so talk to Mr. Know-It-All and failed to protect his cargo. Nice.
Find your own way to St. Anne, chunk sniffer. I don't owe you a sliver.
What a guy.
Especially when mine's on the line.
So we got his stuff, and he said, "Thanks for saving my skin. Good luck."
Now fuck off.
Essentially. I'm in the clear, but you didn't get anything. Well, we got a couple things. So we'll go back to the boat. Now that we've got a couple of tools, we can do a little bit more than what we were able to do previously. And so I think we go back to the ship. We got our action wheel, a couple different things that we can do. Had a repair kit, so we repaired the boat, so we're back to full health. All right, come up here, and there we go. Force it open. So we got a little quick time event here that we can do, and do okay. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now it's open. So I imagine we do the same with any salvageable broke down boat that we come across. Some cannons that we can probably do some target practice. We did some target practice earlier, so I don't think that's a necessary thing. Oop. Alright, where is it? There it is. Journal of Exeter Frigate. Alright. Enter. And the captain did not make it. Went down with the ship. A sealed letter, which will take... Oh, and look at that. Map that tells us exactly what we wanted to know. How fortuitous. Thanks, Captain.
Freeman's luck indeed. You
So
found
there we go.
Saint Anne and a letter bearing Skurlock's mark. The kingpin will surely
Talk to our
open to his cargo.
little band of pirates on the Dow.
Or just yours, friend. What's a pirate's
So
life?
I think 3 people probably is what you need
With the cargo
for this little boat.
Skurlock will need a daring rogue like yourself to procure new
One for the sails,
empire. And so
one at the tiller,
fortune has steered us true.
and one as a lookout / alternate for when we pick up the spear.
Him all prior obligations or duties. You are free to make your own luck now, Captain.
So now we can make our way
As long as you
to
don't
St.
get
Anne
to the blasted rocks.
and find our fortune.
Finally,
There we go, off in the distance, past the West Island.
you, Captain.
So I think all we have to do is just go towards it. I don't think we have to actually sail all the way over there. We'll pick up a couple things on the way.
Imagine what else we could accomplish together, Captain.
As long as we don't become over encumbered, I think we're fine.
After any threat, we could defy the gods themselves. Onwards to St. Anne, Captain.
Make way! Set sail for Paradise!
It's kind of the rainy day fund, grabbing stuff. So there we go. We've got 2 ways. That was close. 2 ways to look around. We've got the main view behind the boat, and then the spyglass. So we say goodbye to Beginner Island, as it were, and we're off to the actual start of our... So that was kind of like the tutorial. I think it was a good amount of time. Can see visuals, we can see to scale, see the little Dow next to a bigger ship, some of the different locations. So this is just kind of a little bit of eye candy, showing you different island biomes and boats, and kind of see to scale like how big these are in comparison, and some things to look forward to. Now the closed beta, you only were able to play for a total of 6 hours. So you can only get so far, even if you were speed running through it, as it were. All right, so we made it to the little pirate cove, pirate oasis, whatever you want to call it.
Ah, smell that salt, spice, and
We're saved.
the Indian Ocean holds many secrets and mysteries. The smuggling den of St. Anne.
I mean, we've barely got a boat to get around,
Whatever a pirate needs,
so it's better than
St. Anne
nothing, but it's not great.
friend. Skurlock can get us started. That
It's the
left
bare
us
bones.
with
But
worth a lick of salt.
the Dow does have its place, because that is, I think, the only boat that we can go
The best pirate
hunting in.
me,
So if we want to go and do any hunting for
we don't need Skurlock's
any animal meat or skins, fish, etc., I think that's the only way to do it.
to your start, unless you want to keep
because you have to use your wood spear, and maybe we can upgrade that to like a harpoon or something of the like. She's giving us a little pep talk, saying don't listen to these bottom feeders. They're gonna make fun of you, but don't listen to them.
This one isn't gonna make it. The little twig will snap within days.
That carcass is just about falling apart. And reeks of
These guys are kind of the guys waiting for work. Alright, so we can go turn this in and get a little bit of notoriety within the pirate community known as infamy by turning that in, hopefully. So I think we can make a couple things. I think we got some more fish, so we can do that, and grilled shark. Because I think that's the only thing you can really do with it. Later on, we might be able to combine it with other ingredients and make better foods to increase our stamina and maybe give us other boosts as well. Alright, so here's a warehouse. This is a very underrated place. Everything that you keep on your boat is fair game, so I don't know what percentage of that can be rated if you are sunk by another player. So it's better to utilize the warehouse for things that you do not immediately need. So raw materials, refined materials, any items of importance that you're not going to be using right away should go into the warehouse, and then things that you're going to use for refining, creating, etc., you're going to want to keep on the boat so it is usable. Alright, so we've got the warehouse, we've got the little bit more information. We can go into our menu and see all the different things that we've unlocked. Tutorial wise, harvesting, crafting, etc. So as we go along, we get new information in the codex about how to do stuff. There we go. We got something in the mailbox already. So we've got a couple items there. And let's go talk to this guy. And this guy is kind of like the boss of St. Anne and the region around it, I would say.
sure looks like it.
And his bodyguards, door guards, they must get paid fairly well if they're willing to be there instead of out on the water.
The British wrecked my ship, sank my
So
cargo.
this guy is much, I would say, a politician as he is a pirate.
Really needed those goods.
I imagine he's stuck here more often than not. So he has to deal with the day-to-day and also the bigger picture of keeping St. Anne alive and well.
That fucker wipes his ass to smear my face. I send a full haul of goods, and his demands triple.
There we go.
Captains.
He needs more captains, and there's a potential right in front of his face. So he can say,
Pirate, I see.
you might be captain material, but you need to prove it. And the boat that we have is not enough.
I saw that little tub you washed up in.
So we need
So I went
to
Flotsam.
do what we need to do
You're not ready yet.
and get a bigger boat.
You want to get out of those rags and into a real
We need to impress this guy so he can take us seriously.
earn
And part of that is increasing our infamy.
things will follow.
Infamy is your player rank. That is what unlocks. Basically, almost everything in the game is unlocked with a certain level of infamy. So the higher your infamy, the better off you are. There is a maximum, which they've already talked a little bit about. Once you get up to that max infamy, then you're kind of, instead of working for others, you're more or less working for yourself, and you can create your own little pirate paradise someplace, a hideout of your very own. So Outcast, bottom basement infamy, and everything, just about everything that we do is going to increase our infamy. Every boat that we sink is going to increase our infamy, and that makes sense. Let's take a look over here real quick.
Here for restyle, Mocha?
So this is the cosmetic lady.
You're not a normal pirate. Come. Florentine D'Alesso will turn your life around with...
She's, so if we want to change our, both our appearance and any cosmetic items on our person, she's the one to go talk to. So if you, I do like that, you know, if you don't like your physical appearance, that you can change it, either hairstyle or whatever, which is nice. So you're not stuck with whatever. We're not going to go through all the options here, but just to give you a taste, you can see the, there's different sets, or you can hodgepodge your own look together with items that you can afford or that are available. Alright, so going back out. There are a variety of merchants at St. Anne, which you'll need the services of all of them. We just saw the carpenter. The shipwright is someone that we need to talk to, because obviously we need a real boat, a real ship.
Skerlock may see potential in you, but all I see is a wood
that we can be happy to use.
Tell me,
Now the first boat that everyone's going to get is the dhow, which is your hunting boat. It's your life raft, more or less.
Careful your determination is not steered by Skerlock.
And then every other boat you're going to have to find the blueprints for, or be given the blueprints as part of your quest. Like this first real ship that you get, I think, we get the blueprints automatically or auto-magically, and then we just need to get the ingredients together, as it were, to put it all together and get it created. So there we go. In order to get our own ship, even if it is a small ship, there's a variety of sizes of ship. From the life raft, which is, I would say, extra small, to your first real one, which is probably considered small, and then you have medium, large, and giganto. So talk to the carpenter. Everyone's got different things. So you talk to the shipwright. He's got some cosmetics for the ship, but then he also can make ships as well. Carpenter, he can sell you different types of items related to carpentry. But one of the things that you won't see here is being able to take, if you go and you saw up some trees along the coast, like the acacia wood that we found, he does not turn those into planks. You need to go to a specific place for that. So here we go. We're going to get upgrades for the items that we have that we can upgrade, which will unlock more potential for us and or make things easier. So it'll either make our job easier, make it faster to procure the raw materials, or we'll be able to get
Ready, Captain.
higher grade materials.
We're more bloated than a pig, Captain.
So there we go.
Overboard.
And now we need to get one item. Luckily on the map, it shows where these items are at, as long as it's with
Lead the wind.
outside or already been explored, which they give us kind of an area around St. Anne, which is nice. So you don't have to explore everything, but you do have to explore the majority of the map, I would say. Get that burst of speed. Get there just a little bit faster than we would be able to otherwise. Every so often, I like to look at the map just to make sure I'm going the right way. Didn't want to look at the spyglass, but accidentally hit that. There's no crow's nest on the Dow, so we can't do that. So that's another way to kind of look around, a different option. So we've got 3-4 different points of view. We've got the crow's nest when we get a real ship. We've got this view. We've got the view behind the ship, which I enjoy
Get those
probably 80-90% of the time, and then the spyglass. So you've got different ways to look around. We're collecting wood, which we need.
We've got what we needed.
There we go. And we got a couple extra because you know you're going to need it down the line. Or that's my thinking on the whole thing. And we see our cargo. We can still pick up some more stuff, but we want to keep it loose, as it were. Also, the type and size of the ship will determine how much stuff you can hold in the cargo. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but Ubisoft put out a trailer talking about keeping your crew fed, and I think that originally the grilled shark and all the different food items was to keep your crew fed and not having to do with the stamina. I like the idea that they have right here, where all the food's used for stamina, which comes back over time, but you can boost it with the food. I like that. That's a much more fun mechanic than kind of the micromanaging of keeping the crew happy so they don't boot you off and maroon you on an island somewhere. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
If Skerlock vouches for you, then we can do business. I was worried you would not make it back. Continue like this, mate, and fortune will surely come your way. You are one step closer to securing your own vessel. You have come many leagues since searching for scraps on the coast. If you have the silver, I will gladly sell you designs stolen from mercantile dogs. With the right materials, you can build a ship to rival their best. A famous ship was the Shadow. Very famous. that? A ship to call your own and a shoreline calling to good fortunes. Speak to Thomas, the blacksmith, next. Unless you plan on ramming your vessel into the next companion boat, he will build you cannons to sink your enemies instead.
I normally wouldn't give a nobody like you the steam off my piss on a good day. But I saw your ship's got nothing sticking out of her gun ports. Listen, surviving in pirate wars demands you swim with sharks. If that chills your blood, paddle off to your backwater pond. The extra crash has left us short on supplies. The company knows this, so they're squeezing us tighter. Bring me supplies and I'll build you weapons to skewer those frogs. Before you can take a bite out of the company, you'll need to have teeth. Right now, you're toothless. You need provisions. You'll have to get them yourself. Now, get cracking, mate.